Chapter 1, The Countdown. On the night of December 31st, 2024, streets across the world were teeming with crowds celebrating the end of a year filled with uncertainties. The anticipation of the new year was universal: hope, fear, and the promise of a better future. Amid the joy and frenzy of the celebrations, no one suspected that something far greater was about to happen. As the clock neared midnight, a strange calm descended in some parts of the world, as if time itself had slowed down. Chapter 2, The First Sign. At 11:59 p.m., an anomaly in the sky was simultaneously recorded in several cities. In Paris, New York, Tokyo, Sao Paulo, and Cape Town, an intense light appeared, pulsing with a color never seen before. Initially, people thought it was a rare meteorological phenomenon or a glitch in the communication satellites. However, the magnitude of the event soon became evident. While the screens in Times Square and global televisions broadcasted the final seconds of the year, a clear metallic silhouette appeared in the sky over major capitals. It was not a rocket, nor a satellite, nor a plane. It was something much larger. The world paused for a moment. Chapter 3, The Arrival. At midnight, the sphere of light in the sky opened in a spectacle of colors. Millions of people worldwide witnessed an enormous object gently descending. It was a colossal spacecraft, over 100 meters in diameter, floating as if preparing to land. There was no noise. There was no vibration, just a sensation of being in the presence of something sublime and incomprehensible. In moments, live broadcasts were interrupted. Social media became overloaded, with images and videos spreading at a frantic pace. The entire world was watching the same moment, and the reaction was unanimous: amazement, curiosity, and fear. Chapter 4, The Global Silence. For hours, the ship floated. No communication was made. There were no visible signs of life, and not a word was spoken. Governments began to gather in emergencies, but there was not enough information. Scientists, military leaders, and citizens were in a state of tense anticipation. Were they peaceful? What did they want? In some cities, crowds cautiously approached the ship. In others, fear dominated the streets, with people taking refuge in their homes or fleeing to the countryside. The world split between the curious and the cautious, and governments tried to maintain order amid the chaos. Chapter 5, The Contact. At a critical moment, approximately at 3 a.m. on January 1st, 2025, the ship emitted a signal, a sound frequency, a sort of strange and incomprehensible harmony. At the same time, holographic images began to appear in the sky, showing alien figures. They did not seem hostile, but their appearance was so different that it was unclear how to interpret them. The figures were humanoid, but with translucent skin and a self-glow. Their eyes large reflected deep knowledge, and at the same time, an absence of expression that was unsettling. The images conveyed calm, but also an indescribable intensity. Chapter 6, The Language. In the following days, attempts at communication were made. Scientists, linguists, and mathematicians worldwide united to try to decipher the signals. Over time, it was discovered that the aliens used a combination of lights and complex frequencies that could transmit concepts and emotions. However, true communication only occurred when a mysterious device was released from the ship. It was a metallic cylinder that, when touched, emitted an energy field that allowed humans to hear the aliens' thoughts. The message was simple: we come in peace. We are here to teach. Chapter 7, The Impact. The words of the aliens reverberated around the world. Governments, religions, economies, the very pillars of society, began to be questioned. How would humanity be after contact with such an advanced civilization? For many, the visit was a blessing, an opportunity for learning and evolution. For others, it was a sign that Earth was at the mercy of incomprehensible and possibly dangerous beings. The global economy began adjusting, with investments in technologies that were previously unthinkable. Medicine made significant leaps, with alien knowledge of biotechnology. But at the same time, a new social divide emerged. Those who feared the aliens and those who saw them as saviors. Chapter 8, The Challenge. The visit, which at first seemed like a gift, began to reveal complications. It wasn't enough to learn from the aliens. The real question was, what did they expect in return? Some began to suspect that the aliens, in offering to share their knowledge, were seeking something deeper, something humans did not yet understand. Movements and theories began to emerge. Some believed that the aliens were preparing humanity for a transformation, others that they were manipulating the human species for an unknown purpose. Tension grew as interactions with the ship became more frequent, but always enigmatic. Chapter 9, The Decision. On June 1st, 2025, the aliens made a clear proposal. They offered planet Earth a choice. Should humans submit to their teaching and reach a new level of evolution? Or should they remain as they were, rejecting their help, but also distancing themselves from discoveries that could transform the world? This decision further divided the planet. Protests and political movements sprang up around the world, advocating for humanity's independence and rejection of the aliens, while others clamored for acceptance of the proposal. Chapter 10, The New Era. On December 31st, 2025, the decision was made. After months of debates, Earth chose evolution. As a result, the aliens began sharing technologies, knowledge, and practices that accelerated human development in an unprecedented way. The following years were of rapid transformations. Diseases disappeared, wars ceased, and the planet began to heal its environmental wounds. Humanity, now more unified, looked to the future with new purpose. However, the real question still loomed. To what extent would humanity still be able to define its own destiny, or if it was now irrevocably under the influence of a much more ancient and powerful civilization?